And welcome to this short tutorial on how to install the R package RAINER and how to access your GitHub token, which is necessary for the package to work. On our GitHub page, we also have a detailed explanation on how to use that or how to do that. So in case you want to use that, you can do that too, but we will do it together right now. Firstly, of course, you need to have a GitHub account. So in case you do not have one yet, you can pause the video and create one, log in, and then you can click on your profile picture here on the upper right corner and go to the settings. We scroll down to the developer settings, choose personal access tokens and tokens classic. Here you can see all your tokens you have currently active. You can delete them if you want to, but importantly, you cannot access the token itself here. So you do have to copy it as soon as we are done later. So we want to generate a new token and we want to generate a new classic token. We can name it, for example, RAINER 2. We can select a custom expiration date when we want it to expire. And importantly, you do not have to choose any scopes here. So the token does not need any permissions. You can just leave all of them blank and generate the token. As I said, it's very important to copy the token right now, since that code is not available later anymore, and we can just store it somewhere for a few minutes. As soon as we're done with that, we can now start with the installation. We go to R Studio, and in case you have not done yet, you first need to install the package remotes. Since I already have done that, I do not need to do it again. And you can just copy paste this code over here and run it, and then the installation will continue. Since I installed it earlier already, I just get this one over here. Otherwise, there will stand that the installation is finished. And now we can load it for the first time. And now you will get 4 questions which are important to answer before using it for the first time. The first one is the data protection settings. Since the access is provided by GitHub, you need to understand and accept the data protection regulations of GitHub, which are linked over here. So you can just click on them in case you want to access them and read them first. The package will send some information of your R environment to an LLM in order to provide individual and detailed feedback. And these information are the currently open document, for example, here, the script and everything which is standing here, the structure of the loaded datasets. Importantly, no data itself will be sent to an LLM, just the variable names or the names of the columns, but no entries, of course. Also, the package sends all loaded entities, so the names of variables, the names of functions, and stuff like that, as well as a list of all loaded packages and the last error message. You can now decide whether you understand and accept the data protection regulations. Since there is no other possibility than accessing the LLM through GitHub currently, you do have to accept the data protection regulations in order to use the package. Unfortunately, without that, it's not possible. In the next step, we need to provide the GitHub token we accessed earlier. Here is again a short tutorial, but now we can just copy and paste that one here. And now we are asked whether the package should respond in German or in English. Both is possible. There is no disadvantage to one of those. I want RAINER to answer me in English, so I'll say yes. And lastly, we would like to log the queries you are taking in order to develop RAINER further, to see what people are RAINER using for and where most of the problems occur. Obviously, that's completely voluntary, so the package does work perfectly fine without accepting that. But if you do, of course, we would be very thankful. You can contact us anytime here on that email address in case you have any additional questions or would like to change that. Then you can also just use the function RAINER 3 double dots logging, and then you can change the permission as well with an immediate effect. So in my case, I want to say yes, and then we are done, and RAINER is ready to assist us. To just give you an idea on what one of the function can do, suppose we have a variable 1, which we want to have the value 8. We have a variable 2 with the value 2, and then we want to create a variable 3 with, say, multiplication. We have our variable 1 and want to multiply it with our variable 2. And now we get an error message, but I don't know why, since I already have defined my variable 2 over here, and I can now either use the add-in over here or can just type r_error, and then we get an explanation why this is not working and a suggestion that we should use this variable 2 instead. There are a few other functions inside RAINER. Feel free to explore them and have a look, for example, for rexplain as well. And feel free to reach out to us in case you have any questions or any feedback, and we would be very happy for that. Thank you very much for installing RAINER, and we wish you good luck on your further R journey.